adventures, and food vibes. So, batiin na rin po ating mga Pilipinong kababayan ko sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Nasa man po tayo ngayon. Sana po lahat po tayo ay masaya at ligtas. So, ngayon po, we're sharing a recipe, and the recipe is sticky, juicy, and tender barbecue pork ribs. Yes! And served with a homemade chips. Yes, we're doing our chips today. Homemade corn chips natin today. So, excited? Yes, let's begin! So guys, let's start marinating our ribs. We got all our ingredients prepared. So what we're gonna do next is grab your measuring pitchers or bowl, any kind of bowl will do, just to use to add your mixtures, okay? So firstly, we're gonna add and combine all the ingredients together. Don't worry guys, I will add all the measurements of these ingredients in the end of my video as well. So let's begin. First, we're gonna add our barbecue sauce. You can use any kind of barbecue sauce, it's okay. So that's your barbecue sauce. And the measurement will be attached in the end of my video. So that's it. And that's the first, and the next is our tomato sauce. Any kind of tomato sauce again, you can use. Tomato sauce and barbecue sauce is in. Next is your sweet soy sauce. Any kind of sweet sauces again, you can use. No preferences. Next will be your sweet chili sauce. Yes, we need that sweet chili sauce. It will give extra flavor in it. Next is your plum sauce. Yes, I use plum sauce. This is really good. It adds a good flavor and it makes your sauce sticky. That's the hero of your recipe. Add your plum sauce. And you must be wondering how many plum sauce you add. Don't worry, I got them all ready for you guys. It will be attached on the end of my video. And your oyster sauce. Oyster sauce in. Next is sweet paprika. Oopsie. Garlic powder. And a Cajun mixer. Cajun mix seasoning. I use that. It's good. You can use Cajun seasoning on it. And then you mix that first. Mix, mix, mix. You can use a whisk, but spoon will do, or fork. Look at that. Huh? Look at your sauce. And that's not all. Okay? And then you can add your chili flakes. Chili flakes is an optional. You can use that if you want your ribs a little bit spicy. Yes, you can. If you don't want too spicy, just a little bit of chili flakes will do. But I like mine spicy, so 1 tablespoon of chili flakes. And we're talking about spicy. So again, this is optional. This is a Sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce, yes. So it is quite spicy. You can add a little bit if you're not too into spicy food, or you don't need to add it at all. But for me, because we're talking about spicy and I love spicy food, Sriracha sauce has to be in. Gotta be in there. You can take it out if you don't want any spicy food. You can take out your Sriracha sauce and your chili flakes, but use a sweet chili sauce. Sweet chili sauce is not spicy at all, and it will add an extra flavor in it. Look at that! Look at that! We're not gonna add our pepper and salt yet, because we're gonna use that to rub onto that ribs. Okay, and your olive oil. Look at that, huh? Coming all together, and then you gotta mix that. Mix it. So good. Oops. All right. So in that all ingredients, you actually made 600 ml sauce. Should be enough. Alright, our sauce is ready. Now let's begin with our ribs. So remember I told you we don't add the salt yet because it's gonna come into this. Okay. So ribs is all clean and prepared earlier. So there. So with this one, I like to cut it into goes. Let's cut it into that portion. That's because it's easy to serve. You don't have to cut it. But you can leave it as it is if you want. But for me, I like to cut it close. Tell you what, because this portion is going to be for my puppy, Mia. She loves ribs too. So we take the bone out of it and then she guzzles all the meat. She guzzles all the meat out of it. And then now, what we do, this is where we put our salt and pepper. So we combine them all together, combine them, give them a little bit of mix. 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 And you trace it all in there. Yes. Another one. And then we rub there. All covered with salt and pepper. Nicely generous seasoning. We put our marinating sauce in it. Start marinating your pork ribs, but before you begin marinating your pork ribs, I'm gonna show you a little bit of trick, okay? Leave a comment if that's worked with you. If you try it and it works for you, please let me know. Leave a comment, because I've done it so many times and it makes my life so easy. So, got a baking tray. We're gonna need a foil. So what I'll normally do, I wrap my baking tray. You know why? For an easy clean. So whatever juice that's gonna come out of that ribs, it's not gonna stick on my baking tray. And God knows how hard to clean your baking tray. You always get some sticky, residue, burnt sauce in it. So this will prevent from happening that. Okay? And I tell you guys, it works. Okay? Save your time cleaning it. You just chuck it and put it in the bin. Alright. So, all wrapped. Yeah, I doubled it because probably it's not big enough. And then we'll get another one. A lot of foil, yes. Yes. So the way I'm doing this, you can tell I'm such a lazy when it comes to cleaning up. Well, my husband always tells me every time I cook, it looks like I made cooking for 100 people. That's how much mess I make. So, and then we're gonna use a baking paper. And you must be wondering why. So I put that over that foil. So if you can see, yeah. So I got the foil underneath and a baking paper on the top. Okay, so we got that there. I'll tell you why. Because there is the place where your ribs is gonna sit, like that. Okay, and if you can see that, now we're gonna marinate our pork ribs. I use that to prevent the pork ribs to dry. And you know, you're gonna ask me why. I'll tell you later, okay, why I use baking paper on my pork ribs when I cook pork ribs. So let's put a generous amount. And the noise you hear in the background, snoring, is my dog. That's Mia. Oh my gosh, she snores a lot. Have you ever had a dog that snores a lot? I have. And they're actually competing to each other during the night. Her and my husband snoring together like a tune. Woo, 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 woo. And I just like get used to it. Not all the time. Sometimes I just put up with it. So look at that. And now we turn our ribs to marinate the other side. Our ribs is completely covered with sauce. The next thing I'm gonna do is get another baking paper to cover this one. Cover that way and foil again on the top and on the other side. And what you do next is you fold the side. You create that round rotation. And I'll tell you what it looks like in the end. And why do I do this? Because this will prevent from that ribs drying up inside the oven. Because you're going to cook this 2 hours inside that oven. Okay? 2 hours inside the oven in the open one, it's going to dry up your meat. Using this kind of method will save your ribs from drying. Okay, and I'll tell you, it's worth trying, worth doing, because you'll see the finished product later when we start cooking it. All right. So now that's what it looks like. Okay. Well covered. Okay, so all the steam is going in, just stay inside to keep your ribs moist. You don't want a dry barbecue pork ribs. You want it nice, moist, tender, juicy, and sticky. Let's get your fingers dirty. All right, now this is ready and sitting in there marinating. We leave that for at least 2 to 4 hours until you're ready to cook it. But always give you time enough time to make sure you serve it on time. Okay, we'll leave this one in the fridge and let it sink in until we're ready. Once we finish marinating our ribs, but we got leftover sauce, what are we gonna do with it? No, you keep it, because you're gonna use this later. It will come handy later. Just wrap it with a Glade wrap. Then we'll use that later. You don't have to put it in the fridge, but you can if you want to. I don't want to put it in the fridge because what happened is it'll thicken up the sauce because it has oil in it. So yeah, just leave it out here, or maybe here, better. Alright, now we're gonna start making our homemade chips. So what do we need for chips? We need 2 potatoes. A massive potato. Look at the size of that. Holy moly. It's huge. Alright then. We need 2 potatoes. These will probably serve 4 people. But if you eat a lot of chips, you're probably gonna need 3 or 4. But between myself and my husband, I think this is way enough. Look at the size of that. There's like 500 grams already. Alright, okay. Let's start peeling our potato. Alright, this is gonna come weird. I know a lot of people use peeler, but I don't. It's a bit weird, hey? Yeah, I'm not used to use a peeler. Yeah. Must be an Asian thing. I use knives. Alright? Don't do what I do what I say. Use the peeler for safety, okay? Do what I say, not what I do. And then let's peel our potato. Yes. I feel like I do peel potato a lot when I'm using knife. But I'm using peeler, I don't peel the grape. So, yeah. Leave a comment for someone that does the same thing, okay? I want to know who does the same thing at home. Who does peel potato using knives? And if no one does it, it's only me. I must be weird. No, but a lot of Filipino, especially from where I came from, we do peel our potato. Majority of people use it, knives. Especially where I grew up, it's just peeler doesn't exist before. Oh, it does, but it's not a thing. Now it is. Yeah, so. Well, and then we cut the bowl and we peel it up. Can't imagine how big is this potato. Oh my god. It's good for making fries though. Oh, one thing. We call it fries in my country. And I know you call it chips in here. It's all good. It's all good as long as it tastes good. Isn't it? Don't you agree? Yeah. The problem with peeling using knives, I don't think there's gonna be enough potato left in it. Oh well. And some other people use it this way. I'm used to that way, but I'm not gonna do it because I want to be safety on my video. Alright, now it's all filled up. We cut that in there. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these to strip like about 10 mil thick. That's how you want it. But that, let's take that off. But that big, huh? Oh my god, it's just gonna look so awesome on that. also prepared a bowl with water to soak your potato. Yeah, it is important to soak your potato while you're still cutting it to avoid the discoloration. Potato change colors so quick. Oh, don't make me explain why, the reason about it. Alright. Yeah, just make sure you get water ready. Okay? To avoid that discoloration thing. Look at that. Cut them like that. Hello nga pala sa mga kaibigan ko dyan sa iba't ibang panig na mundo, lalo na sa Pinas. Kamusta kayo? Nagugulat siguro kayo, ano nangyayari sa'yo? Magluto tayo mga kababayan. Mag-ingay tayo, ha? Pamahagin niyo mga inyong mga kaalaman sa pagluluto. Please leave your comment below on my channel if you get some food that you want me to cover in my next video. And then what we're gonna do next for this potato is we're gonna boil it, but not to the point it's gonna get cooked, just to get it sealed firm. Show you later how we're gonna do our chips, how you make your homemade chips. This is my pub style barbecue pork ribs. Alright. Oh, that's all done. Now, let's start cooking it. Alright. Okay, to start cooking our chips, we're gonna boil these chips behind me on my cooking favorite pot. Alright, let's start. Alright, to start cooking our chips, turn your heat up, turn it on, and we put our water. I pre-boiled this water on my kettle for an easy boiling. So when the bubbles start showing up and bubbling, that's where we put our potato. Alright, now our water is boiling. It's time to add our potato. Let's add a potato. Okay. And let it boil for next 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes, yes. And we'll take it out of the water. Okay, now our potato is done. We have to drain them now. Drain it. Oh, it's hot. Be careful, guys, because it's really hot. Put that in. And the same purpose, we run it with the cold water to stop it cooking. Our potato has cooled down. Let's dip it into my flour. Okay, so in this bowl we're gonna put my 1 cup flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of pepper. And then give them a mix. Mix. Give them a good mix. Make sure the salt and pepper are well mixed and combined. And alright, done. Now we're gonna need this plate. And what I'll do, I'll dip it one by one. You can pour it on the potato as it is and just give it a bit shake, but I like to do it this way so I can cover them evenly. And then shake, 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 shake. So it's good to do it one by one or 4 at a time. Make sure you cover it evenly so when you fry them, it's evenly crispy outside. You shake it up, that excess flour in there, okay? And then after we do this, after we coated all of them with this flour, we're gonna put them into the freezer to freeze and let it sit there until we're ready to cook it for dinner tonight. Oh, who's excited to have barbecue pork ribs with chips for dinner? Ah, that was so good. And you know what's gonna be missing? If you got that, you can crack a beer. But me, I don't drink beer. So probably my husband will. But this is good. You should try it, guys. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to do, and you can cut the potato the way you want it to. You can put kind of herbs or mix whatever ingredients you want to put it in. It's all up to you guys. And we're gonna do the taste test later and see the moment of truth is the taste test. Always the taste test, hey? Of course. If you cook it, you gotta taste it. Yeah. So everything is done. Guys, our pork ribs has been marinated for 5 hours and it's time to go into the oven. I start cooking now because I want this for my dinner, and I like my dinner around 6 o'clock. Okay, let's get going. Now the oven is hot. Let's put our ribs ready. Ooh, that's hot, 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 hot. Good. Here we go. All right, ribs is on, and we'll cook it for the next 2 hours. Now that we only got 20 minutes left on the oven and the ribs will be ready to come out, let's start our chips. We'll be back shortly and we'll do the chips.
Now we got only 20 minutes left for the chips to be ready. This is the time we start cooking our chips, okay? I got my chips out of the freezer now and ready to be deep fried. So we turn the pan on. I'm using this pot so it's not so big but deep enough to fry the chips. I was gonna do a frying pan but it's too wide and it's gonna use so much oil, and I don't want to waste such big amount of oil, so this will do. It's not so wide but deep, good enough to get that chips fried. So now we're gonna use that to put our cooked chips, and I'm gonna put paper towel in it to absorb the excess oil. And then when that pot is hot, we're gonna start frying our chips. The thing is hot, we add our oil. This time I'm just using an ordinary oil, so I'm just frying the chips. And yeah, frying the chips, it's okay. You don't want to use such good olive oil. So this time we'll be practical. We'll use just standard sunflower oil, okay? So, let's start. Make sure that the oil is hot so the chips won't stick into the pan, okay? We cook about 7 or 8 at a time. I think that'll do. We get a tom. We just have to wait. Waiting time. Gotta get that chips in there. Waiting time. And turn it down. Check if your oil is hot. I normally use a thermometer, but this time I'm not gonna bother. So the only way to find out is you just dip that a bit and you hear that noise. It means your oil is hot. Okay? So now we're gonna put, that's a good sound. We're gonna put about how much we can stick in there. And then the tasters. I love the tasters. That's my favorite part. The least of my favorite thing is cleaning up. But it's okay. I think that's alright. Now,
now that our chips is cooking on that oil, we just have to wait till we cook them all and we're ready to be served and plating. It's my favorite thing as well. We do plating and then we do tasting. Alright, the ribs is ready to come out of the oven and you hear that sound. Awesome. Let's bring the ribs out of the oven. Oh, Jesus Louise, it's hot. Let's go grab some. Let's grab it. Let's put it in here. Alright, and let's see the moment of truth, what it looks like inside. Let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. That looks so good. Alright, let's plate. Now everything is ready and we are ready for plating. So, before I do plating, I want to tell you that I created a little bit of salad. So we're gonna make a quick dressing. So for your dressing, what you need is, that's what you need, 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard, 1 tablespoon of plum sauce, add it all there, 1 tablespoon of balsamic chili vinegar. Yeah, add it in there, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. Yeah, mix it all up. Mix it all up. Ta-da! You got your dressing. Okay, it's easy peasy dressing. Let's taste it. So good. Let's put it in here. And now let's begin plating. For plating, I would like to use this. Yes, that is just like this. We put our salad in there. And we grab our ribs. Woo, still hot. Let's put the chips first. think that's enough chips for me. I think I would like some more. So crispy. I think that's a lot of chips, isn't it? And now we'll add our ribs. Oh my god, look at that ribs, huh? It's so good. So now we have served our my pop style, sticky, juicy, and tender barbecue pork ribs. So that's what it looks like, guys. My pop style, sticky, tender, juicy barbecue pork ribs served with homemade chips and a salad with a dressing. All right, let's taste this. Here comes the moment of truth. Taste this. This is my favorite part. So, let's taste these pork ribs if it's gonna come out of the bone nice and clean. Shall we? Check it. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that bone. Just come out so nice. Let's get our fingers dirty, huh? Come out of the bone so nice and clean. So tasty. Tasty, juicy, and tender. And sticky. You know, when you get the ribs, you get your fingers sticky. You gotta have to get your fingers sticky. Okay? That was good. Finger looking tasty. Alright. Now let's try our chips. Let's try that. Oh, did you hear that? Crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. So good. You know when you know that you got a fresh chips, it's when you tasted it. Nice, tender, soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. Tasty. Now let's put our dressing into our salad. Okay, let's get a bit of a salad there, just to balance. Try this dressing as well. It's very easy to make and it's tasty. Okay, let's get some tomato. I like tomato. That dressing is so good. You know, guys, you gotta try this at home. And please, if you try it, leave a comment on my channel and let's see how you go. Try it, it's really good. You're gonna love it. All right, guys, see you on my next YouTube channel. Love you. Bye.